Welcome to part 3 of my May book haul, and I swear this is the last part. I know I've posted like almost 30 hours of me just 30 hours. I know I've posted almost like 30 minutes of me just holding up books and saying I got this and I got that, but I swear this is the last video with a haul for a while. So this is going to be the Bookcon haul, and I'm just going to show you books and other bits and pieces that I got from there. And I know I complained about it in a past video. I just wasn't happy with the organization of the convention, but I did have a good time meeting a few authors and also getting some books and just hanging out with my friends. So disclaimer, my sister and my friends did come with me and they did help me get a few of these books. My friend got me a few books when I was in a panel, and my sister got me a few books while I was waiting on a line for autographing or to get another book, so she would go and get me a book. But my sister did get some books for herself as well. So this is just like a combined effort. That's a disclaimer right there. So let's just dig in and see what I got. So the first thing that I got is this I Read YA tumbler, and I'm drinking iced coffee right now. I got this from the This Is Teen booth, and they just asked you to tweet out saying what book you were reading at the time with the hashtag This Is Teen. This Is Teen, I think, or I Read YA, one of those hashtags, because they were trying to get it to trend. And this, by far, is one of my favorite things that I got. So, there we go. So, let's start off with the books. So this is an ARC, and it's Skink No Surrender by Carl Hyacin. And it seems like a very, it's not young adult. I don't think it's young adult. I think it's adult fiction. But the blurb in the back makes it seem really interesting. It's about a girl who runs away from home, and there's an alligator involved, and just sounds like a darn good time, honestly. The next book is Tribune of Rome Vespasian 1 by Robert Fabry. This is not an ARC. This is just a paperback, and this is actually one of the first books that I got as soon as I walked into the convention. It takes place in 26 AD with a 16-year-old Vespasian who leaves his family to go to Rome. It's like historical fiction. I don't know if there's fantasy involved, but I don't know if this is considered young adult. Maybe it is. I guess a 16-year-old narrator would be considered young adult, right? So the next two books that I got are actually part of a series, and the series is called Tales from Lovecraft Middle School, and it's by Charles Gilman. So I got books 2 and 3. So the book number 2 is The Slither Sisters, and it has like a holographic cover, and they have snakes in their hair. This is a middle grade book, and I would definitely read this because this kind of reminds me of the Bailey School Kids books. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was with my vampires don't wear polka dots, and like cupids don't flip hamburgers, ghosts don't eat potato chips, just like quirky names like that. And this just kind of reminds me of that, and I would definitely read it. Book number 3 in the series is Teacher's Pest, and that just changes from a boy to a mosquito head. Actually, a fly head. The next book that I got, I think, is an adult book, and it's by Amanda Prowse, and it's called What Have I Done? This is about a wife and a mother, and she's having some trouble, and from the outside it looks like she's in this perfect little world with her children and her husband, but there's some trouble in the family. I'm not sure if I'm going to read this because this doesn't sound like my type of book. I mean, I can try reading it, but if I decide not to read it, I'll probably just give it to someone who's interested in it, and if I can't find anyone who's interested in real life, I'll give it to you guys if you want it. This one is actually an ARC, and the book is called The Book of Strange New Things by Michelle Faber. This comes out in October 2014. And look at this. It's so shiny. I think I was just attracted by the goldenness of it all. And in the back it says, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. it seems interesting enough for me to want to read it. So the next book that I got is also an ARC called We Are Not Ourselves by Matthew Thomas. It's about this woman named Eileen, and she's Irish, and it's just a story of her life. She had drunk parents while she was growing up, but she would manage to marry a scientist, and it's just the story of her life. And I just noticed that if you flip the book this way, it's a row of houses. So the next book, my sister actually got me from the Epic Reads Spin to Win giveaway that they had, and this one is an ARC, and it comes out September of this year, and it's Sanctum by Madeleine Roux. It's the second book in the Asylum series. So Asylum was the first book, and I have that, but I haven't read it, and I will read both of them in one go, I guess. You know how I do. The next book is Dorothy Must Die by Daniel Page, and I actually met the author. The line for this book was really long, and me and my friend, we barely made the cut. So that's the naked cover right there, without the dust jacket. Kind of really like that. Next book is actually part of a series, and it's also an ARC that comes out in October of this year, and it's The Doll People Set Sail by Anna Martin and Laura Godwin, and it's illustrated by Brett Hellquist, who I think was also the illustrator for a series of Unfortunate Events series over there by Lemony Snicket. Anna Martin was there signing these books, as well as Laura Godwin, and I read Babysitter's Club. Like, I read most of the series when I was in elementary school and part of middle school as well. Like, her books were one of my favorite series when I was little. It meant a lot for me to meet her. She was really nice. I took 2 copies of the BSC books with me. Went in there with Christie's Big Idea, the first one, and I also went in there with Dawn's Haunted House. The Ghost at Dawn's House, I mean. Dawn is my favorite. Claudia is my other favorite. I can't pick between them, but I wanted the first book signed, and she did sign this. And she wrote BSC Forever. That's right. But she could only sign one of the books that I brought from home. But at least she signed it. So those are the books that I got, and I also got some samplers. So the first sampler that I got is called Nightmares, and it's by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller, and there you go. You know, it's Marshall from How I Met Your Mother. Ooh. So this is one of the best material samplers that I've ever held, I feel like. It's just so nice, the texture, and it's embossed, I think. And look at that typography. It's beautiful. Just based on that, I want to read it, and it's a middle grade book. So during the Veronica Roth panel, they actually had these on the round tables, and this is a sampler of the 4 collection book that's coming out. When is it coming out? Oh, it comes out in July. This is an excerpt, an advanced reader's excerpt of Inconceivable Tales from the Making of the Princess Bride by Carrie Elwes. And I didn't actually stand in line to meet him, but I did see him, and I took a picture of him just like talking to some random woman who was actually online to meet him. I couldn't go online because I feel like the line was capped like as soon as the signing began. But I did see him in real life, IRL, so that counts for something, right? I got an advanced sneak peek edition of Let's Get Lost by Addie Alsaid. And they had a line for this book. They were giving out arcs of it, and he was signing it, but the line was capped before, like, an hour before the signing even began, so there was no point of me trying. But at the end of the day, the same booth was giving out these sneak peek edition samplers of the book, and I got 2 of them, so I'm going to give away one of them. Say yeah to. I'm going to give one of them away to you guys if you want it. I'm really excited for this. The concept of the book is really interesting. It's contemporary, and it's young adult. And it comes out in July 29th of this year. So, there you go. But thank you for watching. This is the last haul for a while. The next haul will be my June book haul. And as of now, I don't really have that many books going on, but it's only the beginning of the month. So I'm going to be pre-recording a few videos because relatives are coming over to stay, and then it gets harder to film. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks so much for subscribing, and I'll have a Rafflecopter giveaway link in the down bar for the Let's Get Lost sampler that I have. Thank you for watching, and bye!